Hello, my name is Sarah Norris, and I'm the coordinator for the Career Services Office at SUNY Brockport. This session is intended to help you create or revise your LinkedIn profile. By the end, you should be able to successfully build an effective LinkedIn profile. So, what is LinkedIn? LinkedIn is an online network for business professionals, and this includes students too. It's different than other social media networking sites because it's designed specifically for professional networking. This includes finding a job, discovering leads, and connecting with potential business partners. Recent data shows that 93% of recruiters are using LinkedIn to find future employees, and almost 100% use LinkedIn to initially screen applicants. Even as a college student, LinkedIn is important. It will allow you to showcase your abilities and skills to employers. With LinkedIn, you can also grow your professional network and maintain a positive online presence. It's a great tool for job searching and can help you in your future work. Let's start looking at how to build an impressive page. First off, the top fold. The top fold, or top third, is the part of the screen people see when they first land on your profile and begin scrolling through it, and thus it's extremely important. On LinkedIn, this includes your headline, contact information, about section, and possibly the start of your experience section, depending on the device being used. Since this is what people are seeing first, you want to make sure you've taken the time to make it look good and keep it up to date. As you begin to create your page, you should also take into consideration your background photo, which is similar to a cover photo on Facebook. Your background photo is your opportunity to create a positive first impression that matters, while reinforcing who you are and visually supporting the written portions of your profile. As you start creating or editing your profile, be sure to turn off your notifications for your edits until you're ready to launch. Otherwise, those you're connected with will be notified with every little change you make. Here are instructions on how to do that. Start your great first impression with a professional photo. If you don't have the opportunity for a professional photo, the best practice is for you to stand up against a blank or very light covered wall. You are encouraged to smile, wear professional clothing, and the photo should be from about the bottom of your shoulders and up. This could be a selfie if you've got nice long arms and can take a good selfie, or you can ask someone to take a photo for you. Here are some examples. On the left are professional shots, 3 of which are past Career Services student employees and were taken at Brockport's job and internship fair. In these 3 photos, you can see that the background is a solid color, each person is in a professional outfit, smiling, and the focus is on them. Just a side note, if you are not a all teeth out smiler, that is okay. The 4th photo was taken by a Brockport photographer of a Brockport dance major. While the background is not a plain color or blank wall, it is still simple and the focus is on the person. On the right are examples of non-professional shots. In the photo of myself in the Brockport dance team shirt, the background is busy, I'm in a t-shirt with words, and you can tell I cut people out of the photo. And while we all love to see pictures of each other's animals or pets, a LinkedIn profile picture is not the right place to put this photo. And this one goes without saying, you would think, but of course, no Snapchat filters on your profile picture. This may seem obvious, but recruiters have told us this is something they have seen. Next, we want to look at your headline. This is the line that shows up directly under your name on your profile. Your headline should clearly convey who you are and how you can help people. While there are lots of differing opinions on how this should be formatted, there's a complete agreement that the current search ranking algorithm gives priority to keywords in this section. Think about what you would say to sell yourself during an elevator pitch. What sets you apart? This is where you can get keywords from. What keywords do you want to be found by when potential clients or employers search LinkedIn? Determine those keywords and use them in your headline, job title, about section, and job descriptions. Choosing the right words makes the difference between your profile being found and being invisible. You can state what your position is and where you're working, like John's student did, and that's fine. However, you could also add keywords like Jane's student. Jane used keywords related to their industry, but you could use words related to aspirations for your career path when you're a graduating senior, active leader roles you have served in, and also words that relate to your degree path. To edit your headline, click on the pencil that shows up next to the More button on the top of your page. Then change your headline, save, and check to see how it looks. You can make your profile look more professional and easier to share and be found by claiming your URL. On your profile page, click on Edit Public Profile and URL in the upper right-hand corner. Then, on the next page, select the editing pen to take off the numbers from your URL and make your name look how you want it to. By making this change, it will then look nice and neat, less confusing, and easier to include on documents like your resume if you choose to. The About section is really your virtual handshake and a personal introduction that you might have in a face-to-face networking opportunity. You want to use the same genuine conversational voice that you would use if you were meeting someone for coffee, personal and descriptive. Just tell your reader what you do and maybe a little bit of why. Whereas the headline allows just 120 characters, there are 2,000 characters available in the LinkedIn About section. This section could give you between 300 and 350 words to strengthen your profile by adding some personality, optimizing your search terms, telling your career story, and inspiring action from others. When you read through your writing, ask yourself, are those words that you would use in a conversation over coffee? Even though people think they are being genuine and using a conversational voice, you might not say out loud what you think to write. Most people write more formally than they speak. So I would recommend reading what you have out loud to see if it really sounds like you. As alluded to above, a few things that should go into your About section include a catchy hook, your personal story, and optimized keywords. By default, LinkedIn shows only the first 3 lines of your profile's About section before readers have to click to see more. This works out to about 290 to 310 characters, give or take. Remember to start strong. If you're a creative writer, you might start off with a catchy hook that invites your readers to click more. If creative writing is not your thing, fill out your About section with the #1 thing you want recruiters or hiring managers to know about you. For example, what sets you apart from everyone else? What combination of skills help you achieve results? Why do you love your work? Answering these questions can uncover a compelling opening statement. Your LinkedIn summary isn't the place for your unabridged biography. However, it is the perfect place to add context to where you want your career path to lead, show off your accomplishments, and dig into what makes you great at your job. This is the information that recruiters and prospective employers are interested in knowing. You might want to start with the background of why you do what you do, why you are passionate about what you are studying, without saying I'm passionate, of course. A story about your aha moment could immediately grab attention. You can describe and highlight the hands-on experiences that relate to your industry, whether that be internships, volunteering, or coursework projects. Just to highlight though, you will list the full story in your experience section. Some additional tips for creating a compelling About section. Write in the first person. This sounds more personal, while writing in the third person comes across as distant, fake, and like someone else wrote it. It's harder to relate to someone who doesn't directly speak to you. Apply keywords carefully. Keywords are effective, but they need to be placed within the context of your story as it outlines your experience. Don't just randomly put them in there. Be you. Avoid words and phrases like extensive experience, organized, good communication skills, results-driven, etc., etc. Your experience section will show all of this, and you don't want to repeat yourself over and over again. And last but not least, keep revising. Just like your resume and cover letter, your LinkedIn page is still a work in progress. Most readers can't spend the time reading your full profile initially. Once they're intrigued by your profile, they may want to download your resume before returning to read more of your profile page. You want to make it easy for them to find it. Here are some instructions on how to do that. There are a few different ways to upload a resume on LinkedIn depending on what you're looking to do with the resume. In the previous slide, we discussed the 4th option shown here, upload your resume to your profile to share it with your network. If you're looking to upload your resume for another purpose, check out the LinkedIn Help section. Your education section says a lot about you, especially to a potential employer and your former classmate who is looking to connect with you. At this point, you no longer need to include elementary, middle, or high schools. However, you do want to include any school you received a degree from. Now, if you received your associate's degree while in high school, you'll want to include that, but use the name of the college or university where the degree is from, not your high school. Keep it organized with the schools, colleges, and universities which really matter and relate to your profession. If you received a degree that doesn't relate to what you're currently pursuing, you can always opt to leave that off your profile. While adding a school name in your education section, remember these tips. Enter any extracurricular activities you participated in while attending that school or college in the activities and societies text box. As you can see here in the example from my page, I included a couple of the different organizations that I was involved in at Brockport. You can also enter any awards or honors you received from the school and college in the description section. There's also the option of adding media such as photos, videos, links, or documents to showcase your proud moments while you were attending school. The objective of the work experience section in your LinkedIn profile is to showcase your past and current positions. It is organized in chronological order with current positions on the top. Depending on your age, career level, and frequency of your job changes, you might have more or less entries in this section. In this section, you can include jobs, both part-time and full-time, internships or co-ops, and research experience. You can even include class projects if you feel they relate to your career goal. You want to consider removing any work experiences that are no longer relevant to your current goal or current profession goal. While adding a work experience to your profile, consider these best practices. Always link your job to the company page on LinkedIn if they have one. Add your specific job title. Add a description to each work experience. And, of course, use keywords in your description. Your LinkedIn profile should reflect that you're more than just a corporate creature. Fill in the fields that are not directly relevant to your field, but that describe more about you. Tell about your volunteer passions, causes, and organizations you belong to. These might be commonalities between you and a potential employer, and a great way to make an initial connection. Move each section to the location of that you feel is best. Again, think of importance to the reader. Be sure to put the sections you feel most important at the top of your profile. While in school, we recommend having the education section first to show employers you are still in school. However, the order is totally up to you. There's also the skills section. Every LinkedIn profile can list up to 50 skills, and you'll want to choose your skills carefully. 50 might seem like a lot, but it's once you started adding them, you'll find it's actually not that many, especially considering skills can include things as general as writing and editing. The 50 skills you choose should align with the skills that potential employers or clients will be looking for. To recap, be sure to remember these things. The top fold or top third. Ensure you have a good background photo, a headline you feel describes exactly who you are, and a professional photo. The About section. The first line should tell the reader who you are and what you want. After that, make sure that your About section is more of a story that answers, tell me about yourself, why do you do what you do, and why do you love it? And last but not least, your experience. Which section of your experience do you want people to see first? Thank you for watching this video. Remember to connect with Career Services on social media and through Handshake to learn more about our services.